real class there.
Indeed, good point made. So a thumping win for City to round off not only the day but the Premier League weekend. And in fact, on this Sunday we've seen two very one-sided football games. 6-1 City and 3-0 Watford. Could have been more, as Nigel Pearson's team beat Eddie Howe's one and moved out of the bottom three. So the table at the end of the weekend looks like this. The top, Liverpool's lead cut to 14 points, but they still have a game in hand above Manchester City. That is at West Ham away. They have gone 2 points clear of Brendan Rodgers' Leicester, who are 6 clear of Chelsea in the final Champions League spot. They have a 5-point buffer over Manchester United, and Spurs, after that defeat to Liverpool yesterday, 9 points off a Champions League place. Significant change at the bottom. Watford, for the first time since the opening weekend of the season, are out of the drop zone. Aston Villa, before that game, slipped into it. That's where they remain. 1 point behind Watford and West Ham, and 1 point above Bournemouth, who have slipped to second from bottom now. And it makes you wonder, when you see them play like that, Owen, the frustration they'll have with their inconsistency, that they're not closer to Liverpool, doesn't it? The heights they've hit today.
I'm not so sure. I think Pep is one of the best managers we've ever seen. But I think if Liverpool didn't have Van Dijk, which is Laporte, and didn't have Mane, which is Sane, they'd be a different team too. Pep is one of the best, we know that. But they've had too many injuries, and not replaced with Company, not being replaced, and then the Laporte injury, Sane one, Fernandinho not in midfield. There's too many issues, even for one of the greatest managers we've ever seen. That's the only reason they are where they are. Goal scoring wise, they're still right there. Just defensively, and again, Liverpool would look different if they didn't have Van Dijk and Fabinho and Mane on the side. So I think it's down to that. But credit Liverpool, they've been absolutely unbelievable. One of the best teams we've ever seen. But City, when they play like that, that's why they are what they are. One of the best teams we've ever seen in this league.
I agree. When you let someone like Company leave, or not let him leave, but when he leaves, you got to replace him. So you got to replace him with leadership, quality. They didn't do that really, and then Laporte got injured, and then basically the security that gives everybody else the right to go and play and express himself has gone in a swift move there, and you can argue that Otamendi is an okay player, but he's not a Company. He's not a Laporte, and they've been struggling in games defensively. They have been, and that's why they are this far behind Liverpool. But with this display today, the display against Manchester United midweek, and some of their recent displays, the one against Leicester as well, you kind of think that they can go on and win the rest of their games, and that will take them to 95.
Really? You think?
Well, who's going to beat them? The way they play today. And they
got Laporte coming back, and they got Sane coming back.
Do they
sign someone as well? You
look at the bench. So if you go through the substitutions,
300 million on the bench, isn't it?
Bernardo Silva and Sterling were there.
Yeah, you take Bernardo. Yeah, you take someone up. Gundogan comes on.
Kyle Walker.
It's just Kyle Walker's on the. Kyle Walker has been one of the best City players. He's had a fantastic season. He's on the bench. Sterling's on the bench, and you have to ask yourself the question: on this level of performance, who can beat Man City? Who can? So yeah, and they've what is it? 16 games left. Last season it was 14 wins. And had the game been another two games longer, or the season's been another 2 games longer, they would have won them as well. So you can see them winning the rest of their games. Liverpool are 61 points, got the same number. Actually, one more game that left, so they can, of course, on their current run, extend to plus 100 or 100 plus, which I think they have to go with on this form. But what City did today was just fantastic.
Okay, let's get a word with the goal scorers then, because Sergio Aguero, as we've mentioned, shattered the records again today. He's waiting to talk to us alongside Riyad Mahrez.
Guys, well played. Man City in top gear. But Sergio, let's start with a special day for you. You've got the match ball. Do you know quite what you've achieved today in terms of records?
Yeah, I'm so happy for the record, but thank my teammate because they helped me in this 9 years, so I'm so happy.
Let's start with that first record, going past Thierry Henry to be the top scoring non-English player in Premier League history. Past a legend like that as well.
Yeah, no. It shows when I scored the second, and then I think one more, I break the record, the hat trick, no?
That's right, yeah.
So, I want to keep scoring more goals, but all depend my teammate. If he pass to me, it's fine.
I think you're saying you don't pass to him, Riyad. I'm joking.
No. We try to pass to each other, try to give the best solution for each other to have more chances to score, and that's what this team is about.
We don't hear from him too often, but when we do, he's a record breaker. Now listen, you've trained with him, you've seen him close up. How good is he?
Yeah, he's special. And I think the one thing you used to realise about Sergio, when you got the ball into him, in and around the box, the way he just shifted the ball with his low centre of gravity, you couldn't get anywhere near him. By the time he got it out of his feet and shot, the ball was already in the net. Defenders hadn't even really adjusted to the first move. That's how sharp he was. And we saw it, I think, on the last goal where he smashed it into the roof of the net. It happens so quick. And he gets it out of his feet and he shimmies almost, and he shoots almost all in the same time. And because centre-backs are 6'2", 6'3", nobody can get near him. You know, we think about the goal, that iconic one against QPR. That's Sergio. He always takes a touch. You know, he's on the move and he shoots. And he does it as good as anyone. In tight spaces, with these guys, with David Silva and De Bruyne and Mahrez, the service that he gets, he's just in the perfect team. That's probably why he stayed 9 years, because the service that he gets allows him to get a lot of these goals. And the way Pep plays suits him perfectly.
Yeah, Pep doesn't really like him.
Maybe he doesn't like him off the ball.
No, it's amazing because Pep's, he's not come out saying it, but he's been trying to replace him, hasn't he? So he's not played him from the beginning of the season, giving somebody else like Jesus an opportunity. And yet he comes back, he bounces back, and he fits into the way that Pep wants to play. And if you look at the way he plays from a goalkeeper's perspective, what we do is we always try to read the picture, what that's developing, and then we take our position and put, you know, the balance of weight on what's going to happen next. But with him, you have no idea. You can't read him. I mean, we saw that in the third goal today. The back lift, it's nothing. He actually kicks it in what you would expect the wrong moment. The first goal he scored, where he takes one touch, then the next. It just all the time challenges you on your position, on your balance. And it's just, I mean, my God, what a player he is, and I'm surprised he's been here 9 years. 9 years already.
And when you saw him at his clinical best with his 12th Premier League hat-trick to go above Alan Shearer and grab the match ball today?
Yeah, amazing numbers for him. Do you think about what Alan Shearer achieved in this league, greatest score ever? To eclipse him as, you know, the most hat-tricks ever in this division is truly remarkable. I think the one thing Sergio's worked on is his build-up play. I think he's improved that, but his finishing is undeniable. You know, he might not score a ton with his head or with his left foot, but with his wonderful right foot and the service that he gets from players like De Bruyne, he's and he don't get many from outside the box, to be fair to him, but that was just, he's a unique finisher, he really is. Once he gets in that position, you just expect him to score, as Riyad Mahrez said.
We put some analysis on there to talk about Drinkwater's position, and you know, in all fairness, we shouldn't. We should basically just talk about these guys, how good they are. That's the one I was talking about before. You know, you take one touch, two touch, three touch. The way he turns, I mean, that pass here is just incredible. One touch, two touch, three touch. And he just keeps all the defenders off balance all the time. Just have a look at Tyrone Mings here, not knowing what's happening. Actually gets a little flick on, deflects, and I don't think the goalkeeper would have saved it had it not been. But that is so difficult to defend against. I mean, here, it's a gift. But here is short back lift, and he absolutely smashes the ball in. The goalkeeper's got no time.
Watch the goalkeeper. This is brilliant because he hits it so quick and so early. By the time he moves his hands, the ball's in the net already. It's actually unbelievable.
But the goalkeeper here actually does it inch perfect. He waits for it. Wait. You know, trying to put a little bit of doubt into the striker's head. Where am I going to put the ball? Because I can't. You know, the goalkeeper's static, and that's but more often than not, it's what makes you save the ball, that you've put that little bit of doubt into the striker's mind. But with him, it just absolutely smashes the ball through him.
So his top overseas scorer, as you saw there, has gone ahead of Thierry Henry. Interestingly, 7 of his 12 hat-tricks have come under Pep Guardiola. Has Pep Guardiola even taken him a little bit to another level?
I think Pep wanted him to work more off the ball. And I think when Gabriel Jesus came in, he gave Manchester City there. I remember when they played with Sterling and Jesus and Sané, and they ripped teams to shreds with their, they were really young and exciting and they pressed. Sergio's never really done that and never had to do that. I think Sergio's adjusted. And I think actually Pep has adjusted to the fact that, like Company, he wasn't a first choice under Pep. He's almost irreplaceable to this City team. If you want to get to the heights that they want to win the Champions League, Sergio has to start in one of those games. Vincent Kompany earned the right to start. And with that crucial goal, you realize how important he was to the team. And I think Pep, fair play to Pep and to Sergio, they've adjusted to each other. And I think that's what the great ones do.
I think in Pep's time, you can argue that he's added better players that suits his style better, because he's a goal poacher, isn't he? He get the ball in the box, he will score more often than not. So you got players like Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, we talk about Aguero at the moment, but we could talk about him as man of the match for what he did in the period that he was on. You got Mahrez today, he scored 2, but the way he provides as well. You got David Silva there. I mean, he has got players who can actually play him into his strength. And I agree, he's adjusted. We haven't seen him score many goals from outside the box, but he's done that. He did that last season against Leicester. He's done it today. Yeah, I mean, he is just incredible. He won't get to Alan Shearer though in the tally. What is that? 270 he scored.
260.
260. So he's about 90 or 50, 80 back. I don't think he'll get to that.
You didn't go to maths when you were training, did you? We'll come back to those numbers in a moment after.